Welcome to the Brothers Born podcast. This is the youngest brother, Steven. Breaking away from the routine style today. I only got one of my brothers with me today. Which one is it? Let's see.
It's the best one. It's
the best one. Who's the best one?
Does anyone really need to? Do you even need to ask that question? I think everybody who listens to us knows who the best one is.
Yeah, the best one's the one that bounces balls during an audio recording. That's David Bourne, everybody.
That was an accident. I'm sorry.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the Brothers Born podcast. There's been a lot of situations where Kevin and I went, just the two of us. But today, it's just David and I. Hey, Dave.
Hey, what up?
Not much, man. So I figure since you and I are together, this is a really great time. We just spend the entire episode making fun of Kevin.
Yeah, we could go on for hours doing that.
Hey, I'm Kevin. I live in Texas. I think I'm so cool.
I like to wear cowboy hats.
Yeah, and cowboy boots.
Carry lots of guns.
Oh man, he's gonna hate us for that. He's gonna get revenge. But so Dave and I have been wanting to do this topic. It actually works out really well. We've been wanting to do this particular topic for some time now, and Kevin's hasn't been quite on board with this one, so I'm really excited today.
And hopefully you guys are on board. But our Uncle Matt, we're gonna dedicate this to our Uncle Matt. Several years ago, I lived with him for a while, and he would like to play this game. And the first time we played it, he kind of mixed up what it was called. He came up to me and he just said, "David, let's play Who Would You Rather Do?" Now, I don't think we're going to play the game Who Would You Rather Do?
No.
but to dedicate to Uncle Matt, we're going to play What Would You Rather, but we'll leave out the Who Would You Rather Do part, I think. Yeah.
So I reached out to a few of my friends and on Facebook and said, "Hey, what are some of your favorite would you rather questions?" And we got some interesting ones. Some of them I know you've seen, Dave. Some you haven't seen. So I'm very anxious to see what we come up with here. And well, let's start with an easy one. One of my college professors on Facebook posted this one, and this one's an easy answer for me. Would you rather be a speech pathologist or an audiologist? Bam, audiologist, because I am an audiologist. But I don't know which one you'd rather do.
Probably speech pathologist, because I have kids that I've met in my life that have trouble speaking. Plus, I could still work in the schools and stuff.
Well, that's a good one though. You know, that's a real life scenario that people have had. That I had that very question a few years ago. I was trying to figure out my major and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
I can relate to that one. The rest of these, I don't know that I can relate to. So let's go on to this one's actually comes from our very own Kevin. Would you rather be forced to consume your own foot or your own
geez.
hand?
See, just consuming your own anything is pretty gross. But if I had to pick one of those, I think the answer is obvious that it would be foot. Because as much as you use your feet, you definitely use your hands more. And as much as it looks cool to have a hook on one end of your instead of a hand, it's more efficient to have both your hands and just maybe have a prosthetic foot. I don't know.
Or a peg leg if you're a pirate.
Yeah, that's true. But I'd like to keep use of both my hands.
Yeah.
So I think I'd have to go with foot on that one.
I think I'll have to agree with you on that one. I feel like I use my hands. I play the guitar. I use my hands at work a lot.
Use my hands when I talk all the time.
Yeah. Whereas if I had to eat my own foot, now we're talking about just about the consequence of living without one of these appendages. What do you think the actual consuming experience would be for one or the other?
I think it might be easier to eat your own hand because they're smaller.
And they're closer to your face.
I feel like the texture of them and the tendons and I feel like the insides of them are similar maybe, but there might be more fatty flesh in your feet maybe. I don't know.
It'd be a lot tougher. You'd need some A1 sauce to cover up the foot probably to make it worth your while.
But there'd be more bones in that, less meat in the hand, I think.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I couldn't imagine. Can you imagine just being like, "Oh man, I got to start eating one of my body parts"? Or I can't even force myself to bite my finger hard enough for my foot. I don't know how you do it.
Someone told me once that your pinky has the same resilience as like a carrot. but you physically can't do it because your brain won't let you or something like that.
Right.
I don't know if that's true or not, but
Oh, carrots have to be a little softer, man.
yeah,
Really?
especially the ones that have been sitting in the fridge for a while. But I don't someone told me that once, and I was like, I tried biting my finger. I'm like, "Ow, it hurts." I couldn't get through it like I could carrot, obviously.
You actually tried to do that?
Well,
Huh.
not like all the way, but I was just curious. I was like, "Does it?" Never mind.
No, I didn't know that though. That's interesting. I don't think that's true.
I don't think so
That's
either,
not very factual.
but,
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I feel like your bones are harder than carrots, but all I can do is compare it to like a chicken bone.
yeah.
When you bite into a chicken bone on accident, like it's harder than a carrot. But
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
uh,
And yeah, but the foot, man, like, what if you had, like, some nasty toe fungus or something,
oh, dude, both options would not be very pleasant. Actual eating of it.
though?
I guess I was focused on more the losing of it if I had to lose one, but
I
if I
think
had to
okay,
eat one,
yeah.
oh, it depends. Like, I think it would still be foot, but would you know this is your foot that you're eating or your hand?
Oh, yeah, I guess that would make it you'd have
Like if
to
someone chopped it off while they put you to sleep, they cut it off and I mean, I guess you would know you lost a foot or whatever, but
that would be easier. That would make it much easier.
like
Good
if you
like
didn't have to do the cutting yourself,
yeah, yeah.
and if you're really, really hungry, it might be, I don't know.
Okay,
Oh,
we're talking
let's go
about
to the
s
next one.
okay. Well, one more thing. The one advantage of eating your hands is you can just cover them in Cheeto dust. Good to go.
I could step around in some Cheeto dust too,
Alright.
though.
So, back to let's continue on to this eating theme one. One of my buddies sent me this one. Would you rather
That's
eat a cat-sized stink bug or 100 bug-sized cats?
oh, jeez.
I think okay, morally, I would eat the bug for sure. I feel bad eating a bunch of kitty cats. I'd feel really
Kitchen.
guilty.
Oh.
But, like but I think the actual the bite-sized or bug-sized ones, you can, like, just take those down easier than the like, a giant cat-sized stink bug. That would be foul. That would be absolutely foul. But I think my decision in the end would still be the cat-sized stink bug just 'cause I feel less bad about eating a bug than I do a cat.
Now these cats, are they alive, do you think, at the time, or have they been killed already?
Oh, yeah.
Because can you imagine. No, I would have to go. I agree with you. If you had a live cat, you it's like, like you eat it.
Oh, man.
No, I couldn't do that.
But,
I'd have to go
like,
this.
the stink bug, when you step on a stink bug, it, like, stinks or whatever. Do you think if you, like, bite into one, you're gonna have to face that odor? And it's bigger, so it's probably a higher concentration.
I just think of Lion King when they were eating those bugs and all the grease and goo started coming out.
Oh,
It'd
yeah.
be like it'd be like the smell coming out instead, like this. No,
Oh,
I think that's both. I'd have to do stink bug though, because I couldn't deal with cats meowing while I was eating
yeah.
it.
And, like, it hit too close to home. Like, I know people joke about I mean, people eat cat in this world, and that's fine, whatever, I'm not gonna judge you, but I just don't think I could do it. And, like, especially if they are alive. Oh my goodness, I'd just at least the
Deep fry.
bug, you
I,
could just I don't know.
yeah, I don't. And would it have to be raw, or could you deep fry it, or
Oh, that's true.
I don't
If you're
know.
frying things, I guess I can go either way. Because then
Uh,
plus still the
it
bug,
depends.
though.
If you could blend it up so it wouldn't look like a bunch of cats after you fried it, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of variables, but I would choose stink bug, I
Yeah,
think.
I agree. Alright, this next one comes from the archives a little bit. I got asked this once when I first started playing this game. Maybe I asked you this one before, I can't remember. But my buddy Dawson, previous guest on the show, brought this one up. Would you rather pee a marble or
Oh my
crap a
goodness.
softball?
Oh jeez. I'd have to go with crap a softball,
Oh,
man.
100% all in on the softball, man. It would be horrible, but
I've
uh,
had a, I've
have you
had a couple kidney stones before. Those things are no joke, and I can barely see them when I pass them. I couldn't imagine a marble,
Oh, man.
and then it drops in the toilet. No,
Boom.
I'd have to go with the softball,
Oh,
and
man.
I'd just have to eat lots of like things to make it so it would pass easy. Like
So, like, some prunes or
no protein
X-Lax,
at all, no yogurt, no cheese.
a lot of beans.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
man. It's probably still work you over real bad.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Ooh.
No, I don't even know if plus that's only the passing of it. It'd have to go through your intestines and stuff too.
Oh, man. You'd be I think either one of them would probably kill you, but or at least put you in so much pain that
Yeah, but I'd have to go softball
yeah, 100%,
and
yeah.
hope that it really was a softball. Here's a basic one. What
Okay.
about would you rather be blind or deaf?
Oh, blind. As an audiologist, I know the
Uh,
ramifications of not being able to communicate with people, and that would be very difficult.
I think I agree with you, man. Just because as a music teacher and a music person, I think I'd rather. I don't know. It's tough. But I think I would rather go blind too. But then again, I wouldn't be able to drive. I wouldn't be able. There's a lot of things I wouldn't be able to do if I was blind. I don't know. Maybe deaf, but have a really good hearing aid that fixes my deafness.
I can help you with that. Oh,
But no, if I had to totally lose a sense, I don't know. Probably blind. I think.
but, and if you're blind, you could still, like, go to, like, ninja school and be like Daredevil, and that's pretty sweet. He's a blind superhero, so
That's true. Would you rather fight a chicken to death every time you got into your car, or an orangutan once a year, but you get a sword?
why don't you go first
Uh,
on this one?
um, like you'd have to kill the chicken, is what you mean?
Or he could kill you, potentially. You're fighting the chicken
Or
to the death, man.
would the orangutan get a sword too, or just you?
I don't think he gets the sword. That's not, they didn't clarify that in the question, so I'm gonna say no on the sword and the orangutan.
But you couldn't just throw the chicken out of your car, you had to kill it.
Yeah, you have to fight to the death every time.
Oh man. Yeah, I'd have to go chicken.
Really?
Eventually it'd get easier to kill a chicken. Farmers do it all the time. And then eventually, like you'd always have food. Eventually I probably would um, get over the fact that I thought it was gross to kill a chicken and
This
skin
becomes
it and
part of
eat it.
your regular
Yeah,
day.
like a type of survivalist thing. But orangutans, man, they're like endangered and they're smart and stuff. Like it's almost like killing another human, don't you think?
Ah, damn! Why'd you have to bring that? I was gonna go with the orangutan route. So I figure once a year you make it part of your annual. Like, all right, it's that time again, and make it like just part of your routine. Whereas, but now you bring that up, they're closer. They're closer to us.
Their DNA is very, very close to ours, man. It's hardly different at all.
Ah, all right, yeah. Because you said that, I'd say chicken. Before you said that, I was gonna do orangutan though.
Uh,
But the
Gotta
chicken,
look at it from all angles. And I think the chicken would actually be an advantage because if you didn't eat the chicken, you could donate it to like a homeless shelter or something.
but
Like
I
you could
get
help
my
people.
I
Huh.
I think I'd start limiting my travel heck of a lot more, though. I would find ways to
Yeah, that's
not
true.
get in my car.
I'd be like, hey, you want a carpool? Nope, I'm not driving, just you.
Try explaining that to your friends. Like, if you're giving them a ride, like, "Oh, sorry, I gotta kill this chicken real quick, and then you can get in my car."
Especially like, yeah, like I used to carpool to work. You'd have to do it every time you got in your car.
Yeah, dude,
It
and,
would
like
make you would have to schedule it in your daily
yeah,
schedule. That would kind of stink.
and up in your neck of the woods where in the wintertime, it's snowing and stuff, that'd be another thing. You gotta scrape your car off, then you gotta
Kill
kill a
the
chicken.
chicken.
And if you get in the
Yeah,
car to, like, start it, so you heat the car up, that's twice you have to kill a chicken before you leave in the morning.
I would leave the door open. Oh wait, I would have to scrape off the car before I got in. Yeah. Say, would you rather when you talk have like a bird call all the time, or have to bark like a dog? What would you rather do?
Oh, man. I think the bird call.
I agree, just because it's cool.
You'd be, like, so cool, like, you'd li well, no, could you change it up sometimes? Could you sound like an owl sometimes? Like,
Different
"Ooh,
birds, yeah, I think
ooh."
so. I think you could choose different birds. A pigeon, yeah. Would you rather wear wet jeans all day in the winter or a wool turtleneck in the summer?
Oh, man, I thought about this one pretty long and hard. I'm gonna let you go first 'cause I think I have my answer, but,
Man, I would have to go with wet jeans in the winter could be dangerous depending how cold it is. You could get hypothermia and crap.
and the chafing? Oh, man.
Yeah, and you'd sweat and stink all summer long, but I think I'd have to go with wool sweater. I just try to stay inside.
Well, it's not
The
just a sweater, it's a turtleneck.
Oh,
But like
sorry. Yeah,
so it's covering your neck too.
I think I'd still choose that and spend a lot of time inside.
Yeah, probably. And you can crank the AC, you know.
Oh, yeah, crank it.
And even in here in Florida where it's like hot as all get out, I still think I'd do the turtleneck. All right, all right. So this is kind of a classic. Would you rather? I've heard people ask me this one several times. But would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
People ask you this all the time, huh?
Yeah, it's weird. Like not all the time, but like I've played this game with people several times over the years, and this one
Uh,
comes up a lot. It must be a popular question.
um, I think I'd go with 100 horses,
You think
duck-sized
so?
horses. Yeah, man. I mean, ducks. Yeah, I think so. The duck, if it's giant, like the beak seems like it could be painful. Like if it bites you, I don't know. And he could hit you with his wings or something. But these horses, like they would, I guess if they're duck sized, I don't know. I could see it'd be a little bit easier. I'd get like a stick and start beating him out of the way like a baseball bat.
So he doesn't say anything
Maybe.
about killing him. You're just fighting him.
Yeah,
So
just knocking him out of the way. I think I'd have to choose the 100 horses. Well, what about you?
I think I'm the other way around, man. I'd rather do the one horse-sized duck, a
So,
gigantic duck, because I figure it's kind of like a boss battle. You know, you just
I
tangle
guess
with it for a
that's
little
true.
while. Its quack would probably sound so menacing, though.
You
Quack,
know what?
quack.
Echo a little bit. Yeah.
The room would shake. Oh,
Can you imagine that bad boy taking off for a flight?
you could ride it though. That'd be pretty sweet.
If you beat it, maybe if you beat it in a battle, it would let you ride it.
Yeah, dude, you train that thing.
Like those things on Mario, the Yoshis or whatever,
Oh yeah.
or the Chocobos or whatever those are called on
Oh
Final
yeah,
Fantasy.
yeah. This next one came from Brendan, a good friend of ours, and I think he's just messing with me because it's definitely a quote from Batman. But it says, "Would you rather die a hero or live long enough to become the villain?"
Depends what kind of villain, man.
Yeah.
Are you just some lame villain that jaywalks all the time and that's what you do wrong? If so, then I think I'd rather um, live long enough to be a villain
Yeah,
because I don't want to die early.
that's
But if
true.
it's some vicious villain or whatever, I'd have to choose hero because I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to be a villain.
If I was that villain that just messed with people but didn't actually hurt anyone or anything, I think I'd do that one. But if it was like
Yeah,
serious, like serial killer villain, I would die a hero for sure.
I got to think of my long-term salvation here too, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're just a villain that like messes with people just to be funny, what about like Wario? He just does that weird laugh and tries to foil Mario. Like if you're that type of villain, that'd be all right, I guess. But
Yeah, he's awesome. I love Wario. He's my favorite character in Mario Kart because I put him on a little motorcycle and it looks so funny. He's this big dude on a little bike. It's not very like fast. That's kids beat me all the time, but
you know, it's also because Miles is impossible to beat in any game whatsoever. I
make
don't
it
know
my
why.
goals to beat him. Um, this one was kind of interesting. Got some ramifications here. Would you rather time travel plus or 20 or minus 20 years every time you cough, or teleport every time you
1980.
sneeze?
Like, can you determine which direction you go when you're going the 20 years?
Hold on, I want to take a quick moment. You said 20 years. You said 1980. I'm sorry, David. That is
Sorry.
not. That was 40 years ago
No, I mean
now.
if I cough twice, I mean that's why I thought,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah, like
Oh,
would you
okay.
always go back? Would you always go forward? Would you could choose which way? Would it
Or maybe
alternate back and forth? If it alternates back and forth, you're pretty much going to stay in your time.
that's true.
So I would, but if you could choose the direction, that might be kind of interesting.
Or what if it just kept going back and back? That'd be kind of like when you have a cold and you just can't get rid of that cough. Like next thing you know,
Cough
you're in
five
like
times.
1870,
Yeah,
like or 1860, I guess, because it's the. But
yeah.
like what the heck? And they'd be like, "Who's this dude?" And they're like, "Oh man!" Or you cough back to the days of the Spanish flu, and everyone's like, "What the heck?" And then you cough again. You go back and forward in time. And you're like, "That's what that is."
Yeah. Man, I probably sometimes, I guess, no, not with the coughing. The sneezing, every time you sneeze, like sometimes you get in those sneeze fits where you sneeze like 8, 9 times in a row.
Teleport.
That
You
would
wouldn't
be
control where either. It just appear out of nowhere.
So let's say that for either of these situations, you couldn't control how many years, or not how many years, which direction, or you couldn't control the destination. So which one would you rather then?
I think I'd still do the time travel. I think because there's teleportation, there's always that risk that you're going to teleport somewhere where like the middle of the ocean, or of course then you just cough because you get water in your throat and you're back to good.
Well, no,
So
you have to sneeze though. So if you get
oh, that's
put in
right,
the
you're
middle of the
sneeze.
ocean
Yeah,
and you
you'd
have
be
no more
stuck there.
sneezes, you're dead.
You're done. Yeah, so I think I'd go for the
Or
time
you'd have to
travel
keep
one.
swimming until your body decides it needs to sneeze again. So
So
for
you know that
sometimes though,
happens.
sometimes I could go like days without sneezing though, and then other times I'll sneeze like 10 times in 30 seconds. I don't know. So I
So
don't
you can
know.
pull a mom and like, achoo,
Yeah.
achoo, achoo, achoo. Just keep going.
Yeah, I think the time travel, although, if you get a really big coughing fit and you just keep going backwards, you could be in like the medieval times in no time, really.
Yeah, and that
But
could be.
I think I would still choose coughing with the chance that maybe one day I would be back in my time too. But that's a good one. You have some good ones, way better than any I come up with.
Well, these are from my friends of mine on just on
Or, oh, I
Facebook.
thought some of these are any more of these from listeners or friends or whoever.
Yeah, so there's a couple more from listeners. I want to make sure we tackle those.
Yeah,
Uh,
go.
this one is from our friend Chad Wilson. Uh,
Oh, I know. Yeah, Chad.
he said, "Would you rather be able to turn visible only when no one is looking at you, or the power of flight but can only ascend?"
Then how would you get back down?
I think you'd like go up and then you just your body would fall like naturally. Then you just have to start going up again, kind of like Kirby in Super Smash Brothers. It's kind of how I see this happening.
Okay. Well, when you turn, excuse me, invisible, you can only do it when no one's around. Now, can you stay invisible? Like, let's say I'm by myself and I turn invisible, and then I'm invisible. I walk around people. As soon as they
Oh,
look at me, I turn back, or do I just
yeah.
stay in?
I think
Oh,
that's how it works.
and like you could turn invisible and like try to sneak around and take care of stuff, but then as soon as someone looked, you just have
Look
to
at
make
me.
sure no one looked at you. But it'd be tough if there's a lot of people. So I don't know. That's
I think
that's
it'd be
pretty
good.
useless, I guess.
It'd be good in like if you're trying to sneak in like security camera, get past security cameras because there's no one around. But if you're trying to get past like security, you still have to be super stealthy.
And
Um,
sometimes you don't even see the people around you, and then they look in your direction, and boom, you're.
yeah, you couldn't
If
ever go to like Disney World and use your
I
power.
guess, I guess the flight thing, but if you can control,
See, I think that could be pretty sweet because you can ascend and then to surf. Only thing is that you can't like fall slowly. I'm assuming you like let's say I ascended 20 feet in the air and I stopped ascending, I would just like fall straight down like and
so you'd
that
have to
could be
do this
scary.
kind of thing.
Yeah, like up, up, down, up, down, and that has it certainly has some dangerous risks if you don't have good control. But interesting though. I think that would be the one I would. No, I don't know because
I would choose the invisible one because
yeah,
I'm clumsy enough. I probably would kill myself with the flight one. So
yeah,
I would just keep in mind that as soon as someone looks at you, even if you don't see them, you're going to be visible. So,
yeah.
all right. Any
This ne-
more
this next one,
requests?
this is one I kind of wanted to. I was really excited about this one. Would you rather live in a future where humanity is subjugated by our dolphin overlords,
I
or a
just
world
saw this one.
or a world that is completely covered in Wal Marts? This comes from Dawson as well, and he
Like, what
clarified
does he mean by completely covered?
like
Okay.
all land covered in Walmarts. When you exit one Walmart, you're entering another Walmart.
I don't see how these two relate to each other, but they don't have to in this game. That's good about it.
And he says,
Um,
let me kind of quote you what he says here. Definition of world that has been entirely covered in Walmarts. Walmarts have been built on top of other older crumbling Walmarts in this hellscape. It has been 3,000 years since the last piece of open earth was covered by Walmart. You were born in a Walmart. Every Walmart exit is an entrance to a different Walmart. Every staircase to the Walmart ceiling opens to another Walmart. No one knows how far into space the Walmarts have reached.
does it give any other information on the dolphin? Like, is it an evil overlord? Is he a nice? Does he put you to? Does he make us slaves, or is he just like our president or something?
So, like, we're enslaved by the Dolphins, and like he's
Uh,
talking like Coliseum games, like gladiator style. The Dolphins are just watching us. This is after they become able to walk on land because
well, dolphins. are pretty intelligent. Some people say they're more intelligent than humans. They just don't have, the hands and appendages that we do. I don't know. I think so. You can't ever be outside. You're always inside of a
Always in
Walmart.
Walmart, unless you're in the garden center, I guess.
Oh,
I don't know how that works.
I'd have to choose Walmart, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at least then you have the freedom of like hanging out in the potato chip aisle or
Right.
hanging out by backpacks or whatever the heck else.
And think of all the interesting people you can meet.
That's true. Your life would be enriched for sure.
People at Walmart.com would be like your whole life.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'd have to choose Walmart's. That's a good one though.
Yeah. The dolphin overlords would there be like some sort of resistance, maybe like there's like the human resistance fighters against the dolphin overlords.
If we could overthrow the Dolphins, then eventually I would choose that. But
Yeah. It's
just
like
the situation as is, I think I would go Walmart.
it's like Skynet and Terminator, but instead it's dolphins.
I can't even do a dolphin noise.
And that's the thing. We couldn't understand them. They'd still talk like a dolphin. And we just have to listen to that all the time.
I don't know. I'd have to choose Walmart's.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
think I'd choose Walmart's too, though that would be a horrible place to be as well. I can't say that I'd be super jazzed about it at all. And
No.
like the people that work there, or like the Walmart greeter, man, every time you leave, you suddenly get greeted by another Walmart guy.
Imagine all the Walmart stickers for the kids.
Oh man.
And your only job would be working at a Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, luckily Walmart has a lot of different
I was
jobs to
gonna
offer.
say there's lots of different jobs. You could
You
be
got
like
Subways. Some of them have eye doctors. You can
Mhm.
like do nails. There's
right, custodians, uh, car mechanics,
yeah,
but
dude,
you wouldn't need a car because you wouldn't.
you wouldn't. That's true.
Uh,
So
but
like
there are
it'd be easy to get lost in that world. Like let's say
people who can mix up paint.
your home is in the Walmart. This Walmart where you live. You live in the bicycle aisle at Walmart A, and then you just go traveling. I don't know why you'd ever leave your own Walmart. I guess you can get everything in the one you live in, but let's say you go to a different Walmart
Well,
and like
some
you
of them
get
don't have.
lost.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
That is true.
I'm gonna see Uncle David over there at the in the bicycle aisle. Meet me over in board games or
And there'd
um
be you wouldn't want to travel ever. Like it's not like I'm gonna go take a vacation to Europe. I mean, I'm gonna go take a vacation to the Walmart. 18 Walmarts that way.
there's probably some bougie Walmart you could vacation to. The one that has like
Yeah.
everything. It's got like a swimming pool for some reason.
Right, right. Well, you got to think there's some Walmarts would be like the Steelyards Common one here in Cleveland, which I think you've been in that one. That's the
Yeah.
most ghetto Walmart in the world, I think. Then other Walmarts might be like I'm just thinking of ones I've been in, like the one in Avon Commons or something.
Yeah,
Where-
yeah. It's a little nicer. So
Would there be a Target thrown in there every here and there,
no, dude,
or would
all
just
Walmarts.
Walmarts? Oh, I could see if there's like a Target for every 50 Walmarts. That'd be where all the fancy people would
That's
be.
where the royalty lives. I'm thinking maybe if this was the world you lived in, this was your reality, it probably wouldn't have a house per se. It'd probably be like a hunter gatherer type of society.
This is
what I'm
my
thinking.
territory. Or
Like-
the people who lived in the gun section would have all the power.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Give me some milk. This is all I have are pillows. You get all the guns. Yeah, but then the pillow they'd be able to sleep better, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone
I
would
mean,
want
if you got in a Walmart where people, if you got along with your neighbors, it wouldn't be that bad of a deal.
to. Yeah,
Like you could go out and enjoy the garden center here and there.
yeah.
Of course, what if you lived in the area where the restrooms were? You could
Uh-oh.
make a killing, man. Oh, you want to use the bathroom? That'll be 50 cents number one, a buck for number two.
Enough
'Cause
money to go spend it at the other Walmart next door.
That's true.
You could buy whatever you want.
And how would money work, dude? I don't know.
That's what I'm
Like,
thinking.
would you trade the goods that that you live near, or would would it be like a consecration thing where everyone gets the same amount of money, and you just, I don't know. I would choose Walmart's though.
Yeah, for
That's a
sure.
good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that one made me I have a lot of thoughts on that. So you can go on and on and on. Um, let's see if there's another one I wanna wrap up with a make sure we covered all these.
Those are all the requests.
Yeah, there's one more. I've done this one before with you, I think. Would you
Okay.
rather have fingers as long as your legs or legs as long as your fingers?
Wait, fingers as long as your legs or your toe? Oh yeah, that's
Or
different.
legs as long as your fingers?
But still only two.
See, I thought about this. I think probably only 2, but if you
Okay.
had 10 little digits, just like you could walk around on,
I
that'd
just
be
think of
sweet
that
too.
thing that Sid made in Toy Story, that doll
Oh,
head on
yeah.
top of the spider legs. But no, I don't know, man. Fingers as long as legs, or
I'd go fingers as long as legs. No, sorry, legs as long wait, no. I
is
want
everything
giant
else?
fingers.
Well, let's say
Yeah.
if you have legs as long as fingers, is the rest of your body your normal size?
Yeah, for sure.
So like your whole torso, your torso, like your is the size as it is now, but then I have these tiny legs at the bottom.
Yeah,
You pretty much would look like you had no legs.
yeah.
Um,
Unless we can
could
modify it a
you?
little
How
bit and say
fast could you move?
you have 10 little fingers at the bottom that you can walk around on.
I think I would have to. Man, imagine how tired your legs would get if the rest of your body was still the same.
Yeah.
That'd be like holding up your. Take two fingers, if it's even 10, but two fingers and try to hold up your whole
I can't.
waist up.
Tried. Can't do it.
How'd you try?
Like I sat on my hands and just tried lifting my body with fingers. I could do it just a little bit.
Well, yeah, but then you gotta think though, you're not gonna have the weight of your legs on top of it.
Oh, that's
But,
true.
but
True.
and a lot of your body weight comes from your legs. But I think I'd still choose. But then you'd have 10 long legs hanging off your hands.
Dude, you could like walk around something sweet though. It's like
You could
look,
imagine your reach, like it.
yeah, dude. You could pick up like
I'd
cars
be
maybe.
yeah, but then on the other hand, trying to get something small like
Oh yeah.
this Lego over here. I don't know. That's a tough one.
You couldn't like feed yourself easily. Everything has to be smoothies.
I think I'd choose the legs, and I just have to spend a lot of time in a wheelchair or something. Yeah, I'd choose legs the size of fingers.
I do fingers as long as legs for sure. I could pick up some cool stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It'd be tough to control those bad boys, though.
You could kick people.
When you
You could
just
kick
doing
10 people at one time.
just doing this would be like you'd reach across the. Like,
That's true.
I don't know. And flushing the toilet, you'd have to like stand up, walk away from it.
You almost have to flush it with like your knee or like your chin or something.
Driving a car would be difficult too.
You wouldn't need
But
to though.
then
You could just
driving a
walk
car,
like you can walk so much easier. You just
driving a car would be impossible with fingers the size of legs the size of fingers too.
not
So
necessarily. There's people who don't have legs who have like
those,
the special adapters on
that's true.
their wheels
That's
and
true. That's true. That's a good point. Oh, that's a good one. That's good.
Well, that about wraps it up. Thanks to everyone who participated in our little game today. If there's anyone who's like vegan, we didn't mean to offend you with the chicken killing thing.
No, no, not at all.
This is purely just the
And if there's
situation we were
anyone who
forced
works
in.
at a Wal Mart, you know, we didn't mean anything negative about that either. Just
These are all rhetorical. But yeah, that was fun. Thanks for everyone for the participating, and we'll have another episode with Kevin again soon. Yeah, we'll catch you next time.
all right. Peace out.
Hey everyone, thanks for checking out this episode of the Brothers Born podcast. David and I had an absolute blast doing Would You Rather questions. We're grateful for all of you listeners who submitted some ideas for those questions. We had a good time talking about those. We're sorry Kevin couldn't join us, but it was fun all the same. Next time we're getting together, we'll be the three of us again. We're going to be talking about pop culture things that, while some people love them, others might not love them so much. So if you have any examples of these or references, send them our way. Our Facebook page, facebook.com/brothersbornpodcast, or send us an email, brothersbornpodcast@gmail.com. We're really looking forward to hearing from you, and we hope you're looking forward to hearing from us. Take care.